are not your dad's Badgers. Shoot, these are not even your older brother's Badgers. You look at Wisconsin and it's 3 wins over AP top 10 opponents this season. At Michigan, at Illinois, home against Michigan State. More than 90 in each of those 3 games. And one of these things is just like the other. 15 threes against the Wolverines, 16 against Illinois, 15 more against the Spartans. Rick Pizzo back with Rafael Davis. Mike DeCourcy rejoins us in just a second. I think you have to give Greg Gard way more credit than he is getting for being willing to change what Wisconsin is, for going into the portal, getting guys like Nick Boyd and other players over the last couple of years and realizing the way to win in this league right now, in this era, is to get up and down and knock down threes. You still have to play some defense. Yep. But if you score 90-plus against teams like that, you don't have to worry about defense quite as much.
And he's got guys to buy into it. You look at John Blackwell. John Blackwell had the ball in his hands all last season, so he moves over to that 2 spot, and now he's a bucket getter. But I can remember last season when Andy Katz, he was driving that Rutgers bus. I'm driving the Wisconsin bus. I'm head of the Badgers for the Big Ten Network. These dudes are cooking with gas. They got 2 guards that can go get you 50, because we saw that graphic. 90 points, 15 threes, but also 2 guards going to get 50 every single night. That's what March is about. Guards make you go when you get to March Madness, and you got John Blackwell, Nick Boyd, the best backcourt in all of college basketball, getting downhill, getting to the paint at will. Guys are knocking down shots. It's going to be a tall task for Ohio State.
The way I look at it is when you play Wisconsin, if you don't stop one of the 2, you don't stop the Badgers. So It hasn't seemed to matter which one you get. It's really hard to stop Nick Boyd because I can't believe how often he gets to his left hand, even though everybody knows that's the way he wants to go. They just don't seem to be able to stop that. John Blackwell, phenomenal player. But if you don't stop one of the 2, your chances of winning the game are really poor. And we saw that Michigan State. They both buried the Spartans, and they buried the Spartans as a team. And so that's, to me, the most important component. And I know that Ohio State is diminished by losing Mobley. And you feel bad for them because if they have him down in Nashville against Virginia, maybe everything changes for them. They get that win. They come in with more confidence tonight. Not having him made a huge difference in that game, and it might make a huge difference as well in this game relative to the need to create baskets against a team that scores as comfortably as Wisconsin does.
Yeah, and by the way, I just want to add to what Rafael said about driving that Badger bus. If you have any room shotgun, I've seen some of those Badger party buses, and they got everything I want. We're talking brats, cheese curds, spotted cow. I will ride alongside that bus with you if you can promise me the extra amenities. All right, Mike, let's dive into what this game means in terms of tournament implications. Wisconsin, obviously, in the wins that we just showed, has the resume to be a single-digit seed and probably on an upward trajectory. It seems like this game for Ohio State becomes, and I hate to use the phrase must win, but we're getting awfully close to that for Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, they still have other games that they could win if they didn't win this one and maybe change their trajectory. But at this point, as I mentioned before, the bubble is shrinking, and they are on the wrong side of it. Losing on Saturday night, a game that they controlled for most of the way until the final 3-4 minutes was really painful for them because it would have been a high quad 1A win. But now what they're looking at after tonight, they have at Michigan State, at Iowa, Purdue, and Indiana. So all quality games that could help them with their resume if they weren't to get this one. But they just need to start winning these kinds of games. I mean, close against Virginia, close against Carolina. You don't want to be close to getting into the tournament, and right now that's where they are. As far as the Badgers, they're a fascinating team because with the victories they have, they should feel like a higher seed. But when I was going through my bracket last night, I was very close to keeping them as an 8 because the team that was somewhat ahead of them, the team that had been incumbent on the 7 line, was Villanova. We know those 2 teams played. We know they played right down the block from Madison, and it was still a Villanova victory. I think that if they continue to put wins like this together, not only do they stay on the 7 line, where right now, as I said, it's kind of perilous. I could have easily had Villanova there, but they have the potential to climb past that to a 6 at minimum. And I think that this is a team that can be really dangerous because of how they play and how effective the guards have been.
And how much success that they've had in recent Big Ten tournaments. I mean, they come to Chicago. They're going to have a huge fan base the second week of March. You blow things open in the tournament. You make a run to maybe, say, the championship game. And Wisconsin arguably could have a discussion of being maybe a top 5 seed in the NCAA tournament. Let's get